Val Rodionovs here. Today I'm going to provide you with more details that I promised to provide in my previous videos that I filmed based on the results of my long-term, my 40-day water fast. And during that fast I found the answer to the question that I was looking for 20 years. And I'm so excited, it's unbelievable. So the question was why my body was accumulating extra pounds, lots of fat and toxins each successful water cleanse or water fast or cleanse or special diet. And in my previous videos I provided with the answer, and I'm going to give a brief overview of that. So the answer was, I finally realized that the issue was related to oxygen deprivation of cells of my body. So there was not oxygen supplied to the cells and to the organs. And the reason was and is there's not enough CO2, carbon dioxide, in the blood. And I'm going to go over this process again to show you how it all works. So when we breathe in air, there are different gases in the air, and two most important are CO2, carbon dioxide, and oxygen. And hemoglobin of blood is responsible for transport and delivery of oxygen into the cells, into the body cells and tissues. Let's say my hand represents hemoglobin of blood, and this ball represents molecule of oxygen. When we breathe in, hemoglobin catches molecule of oxygen and it carries it to the cells via the blood vessels with the blood. So when it reaches a cell in the body, it's supposed to release that oxygen into the cell so the cell can function. So the cells need oxygen in order to function properly. But this release mechanism is dependent upon CO2, carbon dioxide. If there's not enough carbon dioxide in the vicinity of this hemoglobin with the oxygen, the release mechanism is not working. So then hemoglobin continues carrying that oxygen with itself, and the blood is saturated with oxygen, but the cells lack of oxygen, they are deprived. And what happens when the cells deprived of oxygen? Their function goes down. They're not capable of working at that highest level that they are capable of. And the result is the organs and tissues that are made of those cells also start losing their function. They cannot function at that perfect level. As the result, metabolism goes down, immunity goes down, the body starts accumulating toxins and extra weight, and the health goes down. That's the mechanism, that's the reason. How do we fix that? It's very simple. We need to increase the carbon dioxide level in our blood. And there is an extensive study that proves this theory, and it was proven how everything works. And the study proved that most people lack of CO2 in their blood, period. And this can be measured, and I'll talk about this in my following videos. So how can we increase level of CO2? There's several mechanisms. One of them is physical activity. When our muscles contract, one of the byproducts is CO2. So CO2 is produced in muscles and it goes into the body stream. And then level of CO2 increases and hemoglobin starts more effectively releasing oxygen into the cells, and the cells are happy and they work better. But the downside of this, we're not doing physical exercises at all times. So it works while we're doing exercises, while there's a load, but it's not the best and most successful way. It works for athletes while they're doing exercises, lots of exercise. Actually, I'm going to talk about this a little bit more in depth in the following videos. And the next method of controlling CO2 level is breathing. Breathing is the natural, most effective, most powerful way to control level of CO2. And the beauty of it is that we can control our breathing by doing special exercises. We can build up the level of CO2 in our blood and keep it at a certain optimal level. And that's when the cells start getting enough oxygen and they start working at optimal level, and that's when body gets rid of all the toxins and pounds go away and body stays in perfect health. CO2 is responsible not only for this function, there are multiple very important functions, but I'm going to focus only on this oxygenation function. So at this point I'm going to finish with this video. I'll provide more data in the following videos, and I'd like to wish you great health, success and prosperity. And if you like the video, like it on like it on YouTube, and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in the next videos.